What's good with it, Black Goose TV family? Fluence is back in the game with some Fluence boxing news. You already see what it is. It already looked like Wilder's like bomb squad type shit, man. I got some Deontay Wilder news for y'all, and hopefully y'all feeling it. And if you're not, hey, it is what it is, man. But before y'all leave, if you're not feeling it, and if you're staying here, if you is feeling it, hit the like button below, subscribe to the channel, road to 5K. Come on, man, show some love. Notification gang and drop your comments below. Now, with all that being said, Deontay Wilder's managers had some things to say. And I think this is a very good thing to listen to and hear if you are hoping or hopeful for a Deontay Wilder return when it comes to the boxing side of the game. Now, you know, I reported something yesterday saying that there was a possibility of Robert Helenius versus Deontay Wilder happening at the end of this year in the October side of the game area of 2022. That came from Frank Warren. Frank Warren said, I'm knowing, I'm feeling, and I'm believing it's going to happen. Almost on the speak it, believe it, receive it side of the game that Deontay Wilder used to tell us about all the time, right? But it seems like Deontay Wilder's manager got a little sniff and whiff of those things. Even though he didn't address the Helenius fight, he did address the possibility of Chisora fighting Deontay Wilder, because we all know that Chisora just won over the weekend, or I should say the past weekend, after beating Kubrat Pulev in the rematch, and he called out Wilder for a Pacific fight. Eddie Hearn said he would love for that to happen. Now, interesting enough, and I haven't read this article yet, so it might actually debunk what I'm about to say. It's interesting that Deontay Wilder's manager decided to come out and say something about Dereck Chisora and say, hey, we're not going to have that fight, but didn't necessarily address anything that came out when it came to Robert Helenius. Okay. And then went on to say we're eyeing Usyk versus Joshua winner. Now, did I read the article? Did I actually see the quote? No, I'm going off of this particular title right here, right? We're going off of the title below. But I wanted to put all that information out there, obviously, for the people who don't want to watch anything over a minute. I'm in at 32 minutes. I let you know what the premise is. I let you know what I was thinking. I let you know what the actual information is. Y'all decide on it, how y'all feel about it. Now, with all that being said, before we get into the actual nitty gritty of the article to find out how true everything is, hit the like button, subscribe, because y'all be watching and not subscribing to the channel. Show some love to your boy. And as always, notification gang and comment on this joint. Now let's get into this article right here, and let's see if anything I said was bullshit, or maybe I was on point, because y'all know usually I'm on point, man. It's very rare I'm not on point, and maybe I'm feeling myself. But either way, let's see what's coming from the co-manager of former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder. Shelly Finkel explains that they are potentially going to target the winner of the upcoming rematch between Usyk and Anthony Joshua. Last September, Usyk outboxed Joshua over 12 rounds. Obviously, the rematch is scheduled to take place on August 20th in Saudi Arabia. Finkel ruled out the scenario of Wilder coming back against Dereck Chisora, or, and here we are, Robert Helenius. So not only did Finkel rule out the possibility of Chisora, said Eddie Hearn, shut your ass up, Chisora, no, I'm sorry. They also said the same thing to Frank Warren, Robert Helenius, no, this isn't going to happen. Now, I will say this too. Obviously, you can't always take things for face value or for, what's put out there in the media when it comes to boxing. You can definitely deny things, and things happen, actually happen. And things happen that they said wasn't going to happen, right? But when it comes to Deontay Wilder, we already talked about that he's done amazing things. He's in an amazing spot. He doesn't need to fight for money. And I've been saying that the only thing I can see him coming back for is for a big fight, like the winner of Usyk versus Joshua, maybe a Fury rematch. That's all I could ever see. Maybe even an Ortiz a rematch for the fourth fight. But even there, it's not enough money. So it seems like I'm not wrong. It seems, we're far and few between when it comes to actually having a chance for Wilder coming back, because the only way I see Usyk versus Joshua taking on whoever the winner is, taking on Wilder, it has to be Joshua, right? Because I could easily see Joshua beating Usyk and Fury saying, no, I'm just going to chill, and Joshua Wilder can take place. Wilder beats Joshua. This is all hypotheticals. Then we have Fury versus Wilder 4. Biggest fight ever, right? Anyways, Dereck Chisora, question mark. He just edged a split decision over Kubrat Pulev. No way. Finkel exclusively told Planet Sport. Maybe the winner of Usyk and Joshua. I don't know what Fury is doing. Maybe if Joshua wins, it's a huge fight in the UK between those two. There's so many intangibles, so we're looking to see what happens in the fight Usyk and Joshua. Fury claims that he's going to retire from the sport, but many expect him to target the winner of Usyk and Joshua as well. Finkel admits Fury should stick around, would likely land the winner of that rematch. But if Fury does follow through with retiring, then Finkel believes the door is wide open for Wilder. I don't care what Fury says. We're waiting to see what he really wants to do, because if he wants to fight the winner, then he's going to get it. But after that, what are the top guys? There's only 4 real top guys in heavyweights right now: Usyk, Joshua, Fury, and Deontay. I'm looking at everything. We're going to be making our decision, but we're not there yet. We've gotten several calls. I don't know how real they are from the outside of the US and the UK, and we're checking those out. Then once any of those are real, they'll dictate another opponent. So it looks like, we don't know who Wilder is going to fight, but it looks like Wilder's going to come back. But it has to make sense. So that means it's not 100%, right? he has to get one of the big names. Like, he's aware that the top 4 right now is still what the top 4 was 4 years ago. When I was talking about this shit on the camera phone, I was just like, hey, y'all, and I had the glasses on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. The three-headed monster is still very much alive when it comes to heavyweight division. It's just not as potent because Usyk is now inserted himself in there, and we're talking about the three-headed monster now. You know, 2 of those three-headed monsters have taken L's, and then you have Usyk coming into the game who's undefeated. Tyson Fury is undefeated, so it's a little shaky. But we all know that the top 4 biggest fights and the most skilled fights are the fights that people want to see. Fuck the skill that people want to see. They all revolve around Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and now Usyk. Okay. So that's just a reality, and we're just gonna have to see how it plays out. So let me know how y'all feel about this, particular article. Do you guys think Deontay Wilder's coming back? I personally think it's going to happen because, what I'm saying, now it's not a 3-headed monster, it's a 4-headed monster. So we could easily have a little tournament. We can have Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. If Usyk beats Anthony Joshua can go ahead and fight Deontay Wilder. Whoever wins between Tyson Fury and Usyk can fight the winner of Anthony Joshua versus Wilder. Whoever loses between the two can fight the loser. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much you can do with these 4 fighters in the next 2 to 3, 4 years that you can maximize if everyone's on board for it. There's so much money to be made. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? That's me as a boxing fan kind of getting like excited and like making scenarios up. I would love to see that. I don't know if any of them want to put that, have that, potential loss on their resume or take that potential damage. So we'll see. But let me know how y'all feel about it, man. As always, man, drop it below in the comments, man. Subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 5K. Come on, 5K before the end of the year. Let's make that shit happen. As always, man, notification gang on Arnold Schwarzenegger side of the game. I'll be back. But with more boxing, stay blessed, not stressed.